Watching the Warmup presented by your local North Texas Geico agents. It's time to get warmed up for week 6 of Texas high school football. Welcome to the 6th week of the season, and we have one of the best district matchups around this week. South Lake Carroll visits Denton Guyer, with the winner almost certainly taking the 5-6A crown. Let's start the show by previewing this matchup along with some other big games. Both teams are undefeated, but the Guyer Wildcats have been a bit more tested. They started the season with wins at Aledo and a neutral site win over Cedar Hill. Guyer's Kedrick Cobbs has averaged just about a first down every carry, but if the Wildcats are forced to air it out, look for Eli Stowers and Seth Meter to hook up. The two have combined for 6 touchdowns on the year. The Dragons beat Guyer in a close one last year, and they have been operating with a balanced attack as well. Quarterback Quinn Ewers has found a favorite target in tight end John Monero, as that combo has 4 touchdowns on the year. This one will be decided by whoever's defense steps up. 6-6A is going to have a huge matchup every week, and it looks like this week that game will be Hebron at Coppell. The Cowboys are the home team, and they have looked pretty salty early on as they took Allen to the final quarter before losing by 7. The Hawks' Carson Harris has been a troublesome dual threat as he's thrown for 6 touchdowns and ran for 3 more. If Coppell can shut down Harris, look for a Cowboy win. Another nice tussle in Frisco as Lone Star takes on Wakeland. The Wolverines only have 1 loss, and they've put together an offensive attack that is hard to slow down. However, Lone Star has every piece of momentum you can think of. Garrett Rangel to Marvin Mims has proven to be an unstoppable duo, so expect the Rangers to win this one going away. Other matchups to keep an eye out for is Crowley visiting Azle and Haltom on the road at Weatherford. Great games like these make for a lot of possible bobblehead nominees. Let's take a look at who could have a good game this week. Let's start with South Lake Carroll quarterback Quinn Ewers. He already has 12 touchdowns and only 1 pick, while completing almost 75% of his passes. Riley Dodge likes a clean offense and no turnovers, so look for a nice game out of Ewers. Garland Lakeview Centennial junior running back Kamar Wheaton is due for a big game. He's had nagging injuries all year, but being ranked one of the top running backs for the class of 2021 means he's got some major talent. Look for big yardage out of Wheaton. And Lone Star quarterback Garrett Rangel is hungry for a bobblehead. Over 1,200 yards for a sophomore who wasn't quite sure he'd have the starting job at the beginning of the year is not too shabby. Let's give a quick update on some of the areas walking wounded and when they might return. South Lake Carroll's RJ Mickens has not played yet this year due to a broken foot he suffered in 7-on-7. Mickens told us last week that his return to the field could happen in the next couple of weeks. Jackson Smith Njigba took some big hits last week in Longview before coming out of the game. He has a partially separated shoulder and should miss a couple of weeks as well. Let's take a quick shout out to recognize our former Defensive Player of the Year bobblehead winner, Jeffrey Okuda. Now a junior cornerback at Ohio State, Okuda is one of the highest ranked defensive backs in college football. He picked off 2 passes in last week's game against Nebraska and is expected to be a top 10 pick in next year's NFL draft. Now let's take a look at this week's rankings. Another week and another Duncanville blowout. Our number 1 ranked team shut out Bergner 42-0. Number 2 is Denton Guyer after waxing Keller Central. However, they have a huge game against the Carroll Dragons this week. That might shake things up. Allen is number 3 after beating McKinney by 4 scores. They have a bye week this week. South Lake Carroll started off slow against Keller but ended up beating them 56-14. Their game with Guyer will most certainly cause movement in the rankings. Finally, DeSoto ran up and down the field on Mansfield Lake Ridge, and they remain at 5. In 5A, Lone Star got little resistance from Little Elm as Marvin Mims caught and threw a touchdown. They are still number 1. Denton Ryan beat Denton and stays at 2, while Highland Park has outscored their opponents 128-0 over the past 2 weeks and are at 3. Aledo will get a test from Midlothian this week, and if Jace McClellan can't go, that could be a trap game. As of now, they are at 4. And Lancaster jumps in at number 5. The Colony has had too many close games on teams that they should have handled, so they drop out of the rankings. We are not done yet. It's time for the extra point. And on this week's extra point, we're going to do something a little different. We're gonna play a game. Let's see if you can guess these movie titles based on emojis as well as the Reedy boys can.
Chocolate, a boy running with a box. I don't know, Willy Wonka? I don't know.
Oh, it's Forrest Gump. Is it? Yes, okay, perfect. So we got shoe, bride, time, night, Cinderella? Yes? Oh, perfect.
Ooh, wait, Cinderella? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't know this movie with the dogs kissing with the spaghetti. I don't know what it's called. I love kids movies, I don't know what these are. I don't know, I'll skip on that.
I don't know what that is. Oh, Lady and the Tramp? I feel like 27 Dresses is gonna be the answer, I don't know.
27 Dresses?
Yeah.
That's a movie? Oh, I didn't know that was a movie. Rocket Apollo. Is this like Apollo 13?
Apollo 13? There you go.
Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum? Yep.
Is it Astro Boy? No. What is this? Flash?
You're close.
Man, I don't know.
It's a Marvel movie.
Oh, Thor. There you go.
What is this?
Yo, come on.
2 sheep? Okay, no talking. Oh, Silence of the Lambs, okay.
Ooh. Oh yeah, Silence of the Lambs, here we go.
This one is Frozen.
I'm gonna go with Frozen. Big Disney fan, you know.
This one is Titanic? No? It's... I don't know, Life of Pi or something?
So I'm gonna guess this one's Anchorman.
That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay in the loop on all things inside high school sports, follow our social media accounts. We have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That'll get you ready for the best 30 minutes of sports TV. Wingstop, Inside High School Sports on NBC5 at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Pat Doney. Thank you for watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents. To find the office nearest you, go to geico.com/DFW. I hope you're warmed up and ready for all the district action. I'm Ashley Bullington, and let's play ball.